So, what I'm doing today, it's soon Mother's Day, it's the 26th, not this weekend, but the next. And I plan to do a little bit of garden art, let's call it, for my wife. She likes owls, so I'm gonna make one of these out of steel, but about, let's see, this big, and made it out of steel plate and let it rust well together, and try to bump up my sheet metal skills to get this to work. Let's see. Hadn't planned to do a video, but why not? So I should start I just marked up the breast and then the back of the owl on this steel plate. So I'm gonna cut it out. I had hoped that I could use this nibbler, but it seems like my old trusty drilling machine, one of the batteries is dead and the other one is charging, so I don't want to wait, so I take a normal cutter, try to do it. I have roughly cut the stomach and the back of the owl into shape, so now I'm just going to follow the line. Not too bad. It's a bit crooked on top though. So let's go with the back. It could be worth said also, I'm using 0.7 millimeters steel plate, cold roll, I guess it is. So, back and front done. Gonna mark up the air on the whatever mouth thing and nose or whatever. I'll have a nose and the eyes. So I'm gonna cut those out as well, and then I'm gonna try do some shaping, and this is gonna be interesting because I've never really done this. So let's see what we can manage. I have made what planned to be the eyes, and then made the eye itself and the things on an owl that is often white around the eyes, and I will try to make a pupil as well to weld in. I use this new tool here that is a bead roller. I cannot say that I master it, but I made a cool groove around and shrinked it a bit to make it easier to get it this kind of shape. So I go ahead. I started with the eyes because I didn't want to destroy the bigger piece that is the stomach and the back, that also should be a little bit rounded. So I'm gonna finish up and try to make the pupil, and my idea is to take a piece of steel, find a nut or something that has the same inner dimension of this one, and just give it a couple of blows so I get a little bit of a doom shape. Let's see how if it works or not. It's a theory at least. This forming technique worked actually much better than I could imagine. Let's continue with this. I made that too close to the border. Let's see, making another one is quite easy. So, quite nice shape. Just cut them out of the chair, and I think I have my pupils. There you have it. The beak, the two ears, and the eyes. I have no clue how I should weld it together. I probably need something behind it. Planning to make a hole and just weld it through and weld the eyes on there. I use the bead roller to make some nice shapes on the ears and the beak. Just trying it out, and it turned out rather good. So now I'm happy to go on with the body, and I think I'm gonna go with the same thing that the shrinking tool, but it leaves a nice surface, and then I try to make the stomach a little bit convex. So hope for the best, and I go ahead. Here we have it, the stomach. I shrinked it, and it looked like a feather or whatever you want to call it. There is the owl's back, and I'm gonna weld together, let's see, frame around, just bend it around so you get some body. I haven't decided how to do with the head, if it's he only gonna have the beak and eyes and no head behind. Let's see. I think it could be maybe hard to make something nice, but let's see. So I have, where did I put it? I just started out to cut out the wings. So I think I'm gonna roll it like this paper and just roll it and roll it a little bit like the paper is and weld it to the side, and make some kind of feet for him or her. So I go on and cut out the wings and take it from there. Here we have the wings as well. I just cut them out and made a, let's see if you can see it from the back, run a bead down on the wings to get them some texture, and they're gonna be welded on the side, something like that. So now the only thing I have left is the easy part, famous last word, in regards of steel panel. I need to cut this piece that has welded together, so my owl gets a little bit of a body. So I think around about 7-8 centimeters thick will do it. So I got right to it. Made the side pieces, so time to start to weld things up. Yeah, that's about it. Gonna make some feet is my plan. Let's see if I have from 6mm one bar weld together something, and but I'll take it as it comes. It's a little bit of creation phase. No CAD drawings, no drawing at all. Just go for it. The only thing I had a sketch to get proportion right, and I looked at some owls on internet, how an owl actually looked like, and how people have made art out of owls and how it looked like. So it's time to boot up the welding equipment and start building these things together. Here we have it. The body is welded together, and I'm totally worthless welding 0.5, 0.7 millimeters sheet steel. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of grinding. Anyhow, I just put it up on a wooden block to see how it will look like, and where I have wings, no feet yet, and let's see. Just to get the dimension, round about 56 millimeters high and 30 centimeters wide. So I hope this is gonna be in the end a good, nice garden art to have. Let's see if I can take a... So a little bit more welding to do to get it right and the head. I think I'm gonna practice a little bit more because I'm worthless, totally worthless. I was fighting his right eye for I think an hour. Either he looked surprised, or he just looked mad, or he looked strange, or crooked in another way. And the welding on the backside here looked absolutely terrible. And I'm still not good at welding sheet steel, and not welding so much at all. But it went much better when I changed to 0.6 MIG rod instead of 0.8. And that was of course too thick, and it just melted everything. So how does it look like? I put his wing on, and he just needs some feet or claws, and that's the next task, to make them. Otherwise I'm rather happy, so I hope he will rust with dignity out in the garden when he's done. Yeah, keep on going and making the claws. I never think I mentioned how I made the eyes. I just cut out the shape, of course, in the steel panel. I use a beading machine to shrink the edges a little bit to get it bowl shaped, but mostly to get the texture. And if you have the right tool and so on, you probably should have a level sandbag, different type of hammer. But what I did is just to have something so the steel respond against, something I salvage from somewhere. Put the center of what I wanted and just start to hammer. And then I have support on the edge of the steel and could shape it down. Moved it around since they are not round. And it works actually real fine. Probably better with a sandbag, but it worked. So that's how I did the eyes. I started making the claws from an owl, and they're gonna look like this. So this is the back part of the claw and the center finger, or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna bend them a little bit sharp down so they look like there's a difference from the thing holding the edge of a claw, and gonna roll in this roller two more that goes down on each side, and then weld this on the bottom of my owl. And this is rather straightforward. There is many videos that I looked at before I bought this, how to roll the steel. And you just take it in small increments. I'm gonna split this in the middle to create the two more legs. Yeah. The feet is done. or claws. So that's gonna be for another day. And there we have an owl for the garden, watching over us, catching mice, or yeah, steal mice maybe. So gonna weld the feet of the claws down on later day, because today I'm a little bit too tired, and then I just often make mistakes. Yesterday I made the claws for the owl, and I simply do not trust my welding skills. I was fairly decent on it before, but I don't know if it's the welding machine or simply me that fails badly. So I don't want to end up trying to fixate these underneath the owl. That's hard enough, and then melting it and burn through. So I thought that I made a steel plate that has the same size as the bottom of the owl. I'm gonna weld this on here, and I either rivet this in place and don't weld and destroy that, or drill a hole and just spot weld it through. But I can weld this firmly to this steel plate, and this is a little bit thicker. It's a 1mm thick steel plate, and the other material is 0.7. So I hope this is a good strategic move, and to get it fairly better, and then I probably would have failed miserably. So I get right on it. My plan is that I put these the claws on the table. I find where we should be located, drill some hole, spot weld it down to the rods, and then put welding beads underneath, but then I have the claws fixated and positioned correctly. And then I can either spot weld this or rivet it in place. So let's get it on with it. I have welded on a steel plate on my claws that I should rivet on the underside of the owl. I have practiced my seriously bad welding techniques on the underside that nobody gonna see, and not even you. And then I'm gonna use these kind of rivets with a rivet gun, and I have 4 drilled holes. And then I'm just gonna mark out on the underside of an owl. This way I can, if I fail, I can take this off, and I'm not gonna burn hole in the bottom side of the owl, since I'm ready with everything. This is how he's gonna look in the end. So I'm gonna mark out the holes, drill them, rivet, and then take a better picture and show the complete owl when it's done. Here we have it. Video. You go from a sketch like this and have a rough idea what you want to do. Make some paper template in the scale that you want to build it, and then put it on a table, see that the proportion is right, if they're still right, and start building. And then you end up with a garden owl like this, in steel, and it's hopefully gonna age with pride, get brown and rusty. So that's what this video is about, and I hope you enjoyed it. I did. It's really fun project to do. You don't need any drawings, you take it as it comes. Frustrating sometimes because you don't have any drawing and you don't know exactly how to put it together. But doesn't need to be perfect. It should be in the garden, it should be rusty. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of my channel. Talk to everybody that might like my channel, and please let them know that I exist, so you can watch my videos. Hope to see you soon. Thank you very much.